Okay, well, it's actually recording. Cool, cool, cool. Good morning. I know that I have not shown my face for a while, but I've been working on some things in the background. um, well, oh, my tea's ready. Pause that thought. Okay, I'm back and I have my tea now. I'm not drinking it yet because if you can see the steam that is coming off my cup right now, it is a lot. Very, very hot. Ooh. Oh, this is one of my cool mugs. I should flip it, but it basically just says the joy is in the journey. I had it for some years. Um, I need to actually make my own mug because I have a lot of different quotes and phrases that I make and do it on my little notebook or in my little note digital pad on my phone. But where was I? Yeah, I know that I have not been present for a while, but I've been kind of working in the background, gearing to set up some things, facing more challenges. That's like a thing with life. Sometimes we prepare as much as we can, and we're hit with more obstacles, and then we have to find our footing or find our way to continue forward on our journey. So I am seeing how best I can continue forward on my journey. And I had got a phone call from someone. I'm not sure if I actually can say, but I got a phone call and basically they just were like, hey, what are you doing? Why haven't I seen you on YouTube? Even just sitting, having your breakfast or drinking your tea or what have you, that's content. You can actually put that out there. I I guess in a sense they were telling me, hey, yeah, I know there may be a lot of different things going on in your life, but you have to continue to shed light where you can because certain things that I'm experiencing, other people may be experiencing, or vice versa, and sharing the information, it can add some value or food for thought for you. And eventually, yes, the ultimate goal is for my content to transform the world at some point and for the value that I create to in turn create revenue. So it's how can I say? It's not like a you wash my back, I wash yours type of thing, but it's so much garbage out there in the world and people are still making money. So is it that you have to kind of go with the crowd? No, I'm not really a go with the crowd person. I feel like if what I create adds value to someone in some form or fashion, then that's the most important thing. And then the reward would be that what I've created in turn created something great for someone else, and then I was compensated for it. So that's what this is. Sometimes, yes, this platform is basically my journey, but I have another platform that I'm working on creating and putting more into that's more on the business side of where I'm going. But it doesn't mean that, oh, just because I'm not being paid, I shouldn't show up. Because if I get to portray a good message that is going to help you or encourage you to continue on what you're doing, then I already was rewarded. That's how I look at it. And down the line, if my channel just blows up and, goes viral and everyone's like, yes, and Nzinga, girl, yes, then great. And I'm just, I'm just this person in the world, just seeing how best I can always put my best foot forward and help where I can. So, yeah, that's a little spill, but let me see if I can sip some of my tea while we're in this little process of catch up. Um, so yeah, that's what's happening. But leave comments. Let me know what's happening on your journey, what's going on in your life that you feel like you want to share, or what aspects or challenges that you faced. Like, I know for me, like one of my, I guess would say ultimate challenges, I don't know if I had to say, I don't know. It's like, how can you really scale what was more or less for you in your situation? But we'll just put a little scale on this. It was basically setting forth to get my high school diploma and not being classified as a high school dropout when I never really dropped in. Like, I never been to kindergarten. And I mean, some people know my story, some people don't. It's been a journey, but I continue putting in the effort to continue my personal growth. And it's just like sometimes you win, and sometimes even with the win you can feel like you lose. Nevertheless, you just have to continue reminding yourself why you are on your path. For me, in that particular situation of obtaining my high school diploma, it was like, yes, I'm going to do this because though I may not have the ability to have a choice as a child or in some of those later or earlier parts of my life, I'm the determining factor to say what my life will be or how I choose to advocate for myself in moving forward towards what it is that I want and how I'm going to obtain it. And yes, it was challenging. I mean, there were times that I was between multiple classes just looking to figure out how to get to that stage of acquiring that education that I wanted to acquire and receiving that piece of paper that I so desired. And nevertheless, I did it. I know I didn't get to like share the videos, but I'll have to like reach out to my family to get some of the videos and pictures and stuff that they took from the graduation, because I actually like graduated in 2020. The pandemic happened, more uproar and confusion in life, right, for everyone. But it was different for everybody. But then, like 2023, I actually got to attend the graduation, so that was great. Up. Let me see if this tea is ready. It is ready. It's just still hot, 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 hot. Again, like it's different for everybody. That was one of the things that was important to me. And further, my education continues to be important to me because life is a continuing learning journey. So, whether you want to learn or not, there is something that you're going to learn throughout your journey, whether it's in an institution like uh, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, trade, what have you. Or it's just life skills and lessons are that are going to kind of lead you in ultimately identifying who you are or what you stand for, right? Because we all face different challenges that kind of propel us in a way to be like, or open our eyes in a new light that's like, wow, this is real, or that's real, or I'm not alone, because you discover that other people may have experienced these things. And I think, in a sense, even though it's kind of simplistic, it's like it has the ability to be viewed as an undercover beauty. Because they say, like, the saying, oh, pressure makes diamonds, right? And even though we may experience our rough patches, in some sense, they may mold us, ultimately, we are the determining factors that allow our light to shine however we see fit. We can allow those challenges to overcome us, or we can do what we can to not only overcome those challenges, but ultimately master the art of moving forward day in and day out. Because you'll experience a time in your life where everything is going great, and then there's a hurdle or there's an obstacle. It's not like we'll go through life that it would just be perfect all the time. Everything is just going to be so great and grand, right? I mean, in a perfect world, maybe it exists somewhere, but I don't know about the world we're living in. But ultimately, in the experiences that you have went through, in some sense or form, right, you developed a plan that, or even a defense that allow you, that if you experience a new challenge, whether it's similar or different, you're able to adapt to continue to move forward on your journey. Because sometimes, yes, we can experience things that we're only human, right? You're going to feel like it's the end of the world. How can you ever come back from it or move forward with it? And we're human, right? But we have to continue to allow ourselves to keep pushing forward, because it's worth it. Life is worth it. And your story is important. And your path is equally as important. They're kind of intertwined. Your path and your story are being created every day. And even the things that you've experienced in the past that led you to this present moment, in a sense, is a part of your makeup. So I guess, in a sense, I'm just saying that cheers, we're here and we're continuing to push forward on our journey. And doing what we can to increase our knowledge and skills as we continue to prepare as best we can on this journey of life. There's a saying that I used to always say, when it comes back to me, I'll share it. For now, I'm going to continue to sip my tea and take my little mental moment. And hey, feel free to join me on this mental moment. And sip your tea or coffee if you are a tea or coffee drinker, or water, or whatever thing you might do in the morning. But this morning I'm having tea and then make something for breakfast. But yeah. Mm. Well, I mean, I could like talk about 100 more things, or I can leave you in suspense. I'm having too much fun, I guess. This tea is good tea. Thanks for watching. Continue to put your best foot forward and surmount your hurdles of life. Remember, you got this because you are greatly created. Well, peace out. I'll check back in like a couple days. And yeah, make your day as beautiful as you are.